What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news regarding Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn has been vocal. He's never shied away from the spotlight, and he said something very interesting today. He said the fight between Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder versus Miller or Whyte. Miller or Whyte would actually be harder fights for Anthony Joshua in terms of danger. So basically, Eddie has said that Deontay Wilder is not that dangerous. Okay, let me do some counterpunching on that. I feel he said that, for two reasons. One, to provoke Deontay Wilder, because into a fight, throwing shade, of course, you know what I mean? Verbal attack, you know what I'm saying? Verbal jab. But also, I think that he's seen the opponent's last two fights, or the opponent's last three fights. If you look at Deontay Wilder and Fury, he really didn't have an offensive attack. His offensive attack was flawed, and he looked limited in there. So the attacks that he threw a jab every so often when he could remember to jab, but the right hands were chopping, and he's seen that Deontay could be broken down emotionally. You can get under Deontay's skin, and since you can do that, that can affect his performance. So whoever he has, he might want to match up Miller with Deontay one day. And Miller's a shit talker anyhow, so that would be a big fight for Deontay Wilder, and a good opportunity for Matchroom and Al Heyman to come together and fight. Okay. And then you look at Miller's performance. He shows that, hey, he can take a punch and still keep coming, work to the body, and with his aggression still stop his opponent. Okay. Also, Dillian Whyte just got an 11th round KO of Derek Chisora, and he proved that he has that thumping left hook power. So that is dangerous for AJ. Now, I would disagree because, first of all, we don't know what Jarrell Miller has on that level. Okay, let's face it. So I doubt Miller would be as dangerous as Deontay, because Deontay Wilder does have that right hand freakish power. Okay, so I don't know, anybody that steps in the ring with Deontay Wilder would be dangerous. So I don't see how he could say Miller or maybe Whyte, but definitely not Miller, because Miller's not even known to be a power puncher. You know what I'm saying? He's a big boy, and that's what he has. He has size, but as far as power, no. You know what I mean? He doesn't really have a lot of power. Not saying he can't hurt you, because he stopped his last opponent, but that last opponent was untested, and he was on a totally different level, than the top echelon of fighters. So, Dillian Whyte, yeah, he is a dangerous opponent for Anthony Joshua. He hurt Anthony Joshua in the first fight. So, yeah, I can understand him saying that. So, yeah, I would agree to that. But no, Miller being more dangerous than Deontay Wilder, no. But again, I think it's all, a way of Eddie Hearn to discredit Deontay Wilder. Showing he's not that dangerous or whatnot. He's not all that. Okay, but if I had to add any evidence to support what he was saying or why he was saying it, would be because of his last performance against Fury. But remember, guys, not everyone fights like Fury. Okay, so it's not a shoe-in, because styles make fights. People think that because Deontay looked bad, and I admit he did look extra shitty, but that doesn't mean he won't go in there and knock out Miller or Whyte. I would love to see Whyte and Wilder. You know what I mean? That would be good. DW versus DW. I would like to see it, and I'll vouch for it, but, we'll see if it happens. Or maybe he, again, he's trying to match up those fighters and put him, it's a psychological thing. If you put Deontay Wilder and you give your opinion and put those guys under your two fighters, it'll show you, it might be a need for Deontay to want to lash out, maybe want to take a fight, especially if, let's say, he has a pick of opponents. Let's say Fury doesn't come, he has Brazil. Okay, so he has an opponent. But let's say Brazil gets injured for some reason. Well, then he has to look for an opponent, and he can't go backwards no more. The cab drivers and all that stuff has been finished, so he can't go back that direction. He'll get criticized, right? He'll get crucified, in better words. But yeah, I think that Eddie is probably 50% right, but Miller, no, he's untested. But see, here's the thing. Miller is untested. So that does make him dangerous because he's unpredictable. We don't know what Miller is going to do when he gets in the ring with any of these fighters. Okay. So, Miller talks a lot of smack, but he's undefeated for a reason. You know what I mean? So that's, uncharted waters. So I do get why he was saying that. And it's a clever move from Eddie Hearn to say that again, so, but no, like Deontay Wilder, he is probably, he's dangerous when it comes to a certain punch. If he hits you with a certain hand, he hits you with that right, but anything else, I don't think he has a lot of power. I think all of his power is resided into that one right. You know what I mean? And everything else is kind of like 5%, But anyway, that's Eddie with the mind games, the psychological mind games, the tricks, of the trade, and you guys tell me what you think of Eddie Hearn saying these particular things. Of course, please subscribe, guys. And you guys been Counterpunched. Peace.